Hey everybody, Tim Shaw here for Curiosity. And ever since we went and we showed the episode with Joe Piari and his Spirit Box enhancers, we've gotten a lot of requests on how to build your own and some information on them. So what I'm showing today is a real simple way to build one. Very, very simple. There's a lot of guys out there that are doing unbelievable work. I mean, just simply unbelievable work. And if you want their names, I'll gladly send them to you. Just message me, either on Facebook or through our website. Now, most of the components that I bought either through Wish.com, which takes a couple weeks to get the stuff to your house because it comes from China, or Amazon. And I belong to Prime, so it's like 2 days later I get everything in. So it's up to you. The average cost of making a very, very rudimentary, simple box is about $125. Now, I'm going to come right and tell you, you get what you pay for. This is bottom line. This is bottom line. So it works for me, but for a lot of people, they want something a little bit better. But stay tuned and let's build a box. I think you'll find it's a lot easier than what you think. These are three of the amplifier filter boxes that I use. And I'm going to use that just as a general title for them. This is called the Mini. This has been designed by Joe Piari, a good friend of mine. It's powered by a Bluetooth radio, so it powers everything. These are the guitar pedals that you can buy. It powers everything. This is a suppressor, or a compressor they call it. This is a reverb pedal, which actually holds the sound a little bit longer, so it makes it easier to hear. The compressor itself will stop all that excess noise. It's powered by or I shouldn't say powered. It's the sound is powered by a Sony Walkman. The Sony Walkman doesn't have to be hacked, which is nice. All you do is, you can see right here, is you take a little clamp and put it on the plus or negative of it. Make sure that both of these little doohickeys are down. And it scans. So there's no hacking involved. You'll see that we put a splitter on it. One cable goes into the Mini, and the other port goes into a 3.5 antenna. This is something that's a little bit whimsical, a little bit more fun. You can see it's in an old instrument case that I bought. It's more steampunk. It's used with a hack radio. You can use any, of course, you can use all the radios are interchangeable, which is what I like. This is a Radio Shack that was hacked. It works well. You can see it goes right in. Now you have your two guitar pedals here. Again, you have a compressor or suppressor here, and that stops that really annoying scanning noise. But instead of a reverb, I'm using what they call an echo pedal, which is a little bit harsher, and I won't lie, it is harsher. The sound is for me, it's a little bit more clearer. I like it. Now, they're both powered by 9-volt batteries, and you'll see reverse polarity. These reverse polarity battery cases, I had to go and open them up. There's two little small wires in there. You have to unsolder, then switch, and then resolder them up to get that reverse polarity. Now you can buy a reverse polarity cable that will just go and plug into the male end, and then it just goes in there and you don't have to bother to hack it. Now you'll see what we'll have: the quarter-inch cable that goes into an independent little speaker. This is a guitar speaker. This is a cheap guitar speaker. This guitar speaker was $15 on Wish. It's better than the Marshalls or some of the other guitar amps that you can buy at professional stores. And I don't know why but it just sounds better. And what I like about it, it has an independent volume, and it has a tone control. So you've got a lot of variety and versatility here to get the sound that you want. And again, anything you can use with any of the scanners, except for the PSB7, which needs an amplifier. And I do have a bass equalizer in here, and you can buy an amp, a little amp pedal, and that will go, and that will actually give you enough oomph to get a decent sound through this. Now, the last one I have here is a $25 Polaroid speaker that you can buy. I bought this one at Big Lots, and I was just fooling around with it. And actually, the grill actually lights up. You can see I am using a Sony on the side. That'll give me my sound. But on the back, I actually have two pedals. Again, the compressor, but I'm using an Ocean Reverb, which is a little bit of a different reverb, but it sounds pretty cool. It'll do what it's supposed to do, and these are hacked 9-volt battery systems. So that's what you have, and actually all three of these work very, very well. It's going to depend on what you want to use it for. This one is nice, but you got to carry it. It's external. It's a little bit heavier. This one is great. I love this one. I just love the whole style of it. However, it is a heavy piece because you've got an actual. This is all wood, the case. And again, it's heavy. You put some more stuff underneath there. I had a strap to it to pull it. This is great. Joe's is great because it fits in my pack. So these are the three that I actually do use all the time. A lot of times I use them for desk work here in the studio when I'm working and I'm just trying to see if I can get some kind of communication. And this one, believe it or not, really lives up to the job. This is my most successful piece, and I love it. Now, the one thing I have to tell you is everything, all the pedals, everything is all Velcroed on. See that? It's Velcroed on. Every piece is Velcroed. You can pull them off, change them, and that's what I like doing with them. Now, the Velcro that I'm using, I went to a commercial hardware store and I bought some really, really heavy-duty Velcro. It holds, I think, 16 to 20 pounds. That's what you want. It's not expensive, but spend the extra money for it, okay, guys? And that's what I have. First thing you're going to have to decide on is what's going to power everything. We're going to use a guitar amp, a little speaker, so that's got a 9-volt that fits right in there. So you can use whatever you want. You can use a speaker that actually, like a Bluetooth, that actually will power everything. But for this demonstration, that's what we have in the lab. You can use an AC power unit. Just plugs into your wall, gives you automatic reverse polarity. It's nice, but you can't use it if you're like out in the woods or if you're in a location that doesn't have any power. You can go with a 9-volt system that you can hack, something like this. You can just plug in your battery, or you get a case, and I like these cases because they do have on and off switches to them. And you can hack these, or you can go and get a reverse polarity cable that'll just go and plug right in, and then you're all set to go. For today's demonstration, what we're going to use is we're going to use just a very, very common everyday charger for your cell phone. And we're using this because I like it. It's rechargeable, and you can go and you can take it anywhere. Now, first thing that I was taught was to buy a on and off switch and plug it in. You see how that just plugs in to the USB port? There's your on and off switch. Now, this is 5 volts. This is 5 volts. We have to get 9 volts to power these guitar pedals. So what we're going to get is a converter that converts 5 volt to 9 volt. This is what it looks like. We plug it into the on-off switch, like so. Nice and easy. Now, how are we going to get that reverse? How are we going to get reverse polarity? You've got 9 volts coming in now. We buy one of these small reverse polarity cables. Let's look at that. Plugs right in. Now you have reverse polarity, 9 volts. How are we going to power your guitar pedals that we're going to use as our filters? There we go. This is a simple guitar pedal boot. They come in all different lengths. They come in different, how many different male ends you want on there to power, how many different guitar pedals you want. Since we're only going to use 2, I got a 2-ender. That plugs right in. Now, every guitar pedal has a power source where you got to plug in. There we go. We plug in there. We plug in there. Let's check to see if they're working. Yes, they are. You'll see the red light's on. If you don't see the red light on, just go and press your button there. Click them on. Now we're going to turn that off for now. What we want to do is we're going to go backwards now. We want to get sound out the speaker. Here's your speaker. We take a 1/4 to 1/4 inch cable that plugs in, and then we're going to go and run it into our, I'm using a echo, but you can use a reverb, whatever you want. You'll see a little arrow that means the sound is going out. Now I like to set them up in this way, with the suppressor first, then the echo or reverb, whatever you want. So what you're going to do then is you're going to take another 1/4 inch cable, and they have like smaller, they have smaller like 1-piece units that you can buy. I like using those. These are cheaper if you're looking to save some money. There you go. Now we're all set to roll, except for one thing. We need a sound source. Today we're going to use the Sony Walkman, and in order to do that, we're going to get a splitter. Since we don't have an aerial, we don't have anything, to really capture the sound, we're going to buy a splitter, and then we're going to take a little simple 3.5 millimeter aerial, and we're going to plug it in to get the sound out, because this is a 1/4 inch and this is a 3.5. We're going to use a 3.5 to 1/4 inch cable. You'll see that. It's very, very simple. You can buy them anywhere. We're going to plug the 3.5 in. We're going to plug the 1/4 inch in. Now, we're pretty much ready to go. Okay, we're pretty much ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on our radio, and we're going to take a super duper light duty clip, and we're going to just put it on the plus for now. You can put it on the minus too. Then we're going to check here to make sure that it's scanning, which it is. We're going to turn on our pedals. Now you have power in there. Now we're going to turn on our speaker. And we're going to adjust the sound to where we want it. Now, you can hear this noise suppressor. This noise suppressor is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. You can turn it up, or we can filter it down to only what the loudest signals are coming through, which is what you want. The delay, the echo that I'm using right now, you play with it. You can hear how it echoes. You hear how it holds that sound. That's what you want. That's all this is. That's all this is to put this together. I mean, it sounds a little crazy, but it's all basically plug and play. Nothing really hard if I can do it. So you guys do it. And again, you guys can put this on. I've put this stuff on a metal parking sign for a flat surface. You can put it inside of boxes. You can put it inside of old radios. You can do whatever you want to it. Or you can do like I did with the real large speaker. You can go and Velcro everything to the back. and it's got a carry handle, so you're all set to go. So this is all there is to it. So I want to see you guys start building them. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood how to put one together. And as you can tell, there's different ways to power it. There's different ways that you can work with it. Explore it. Do yourself a favor. Don't go blindly. I did it. I started buying components and stuff, and it cost me a little bit more than what I wanted to pay. Research everything. I got most of my components off of wish.com. It takes about 2 weeks to get to your house. Or I got them through Amazon Prime, which is 2 days to my house. That's up to you. Depends on your budget. Overall, it's going to run about $125, $130 to throw one together. That's just the way it is. That's the lay of the land. You can go out and buy them for about $300. Up to you. Up to you. I love to tinker, so I like to buy them. Also, you can go and you can experiment with different types of noise suppressors and compressors. You can go and experiment with echo boxes like I did, instead of using reverbs, and different types of reverbs. There's harmonizers. There's all sorts of stuff out there that you can work with. Using the SB7, of course. I mean, again, I stated that I've used a bass equalizer. You can buy amps for it. Everything comes through. You can power it in one way, another way. Bottom line is, what works for you is going to work for you. Now, tweaking it, tuning it all in, that's going to take time. That's the longest time that you're going to have. You got to be able to go and get a decent sound. You have to understand what's going on. You have to hold the sound for as long as you can without it distorting. And also, you don't want that constant chatter. You want to be able to eliminate that constant chatter. Takes a little time. Go back and watch our Joe Piari interview, because he shows you how to tune it in a little bit more. And I really hope that you guys take the time, save up your pennies, and put one together. Because there's nothing better in this world than actually rediscovering, I don't know, handcrafts. Do stuff yourself. I really love do-it-yourself. So that's why I made this little video up for curiosity. We're going to put it up as soon as possible and have fun with it. Take care, guys. I'll be hearing you on this. Maybe, maybe not, but you never know. Take care. Ciao, guys.